Your Excellencies, Chiefs, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Basharun J.K. Randall. I trained as a chartered accountant and qualified 42 years ago, and I was formerly the president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. The first political party in Nigeria was founded in 1908 by my grandfather, Dr. J.K. Randall. And in fact, this very hall, the grounds, was a special gift to the people of Lagos, which he made in his will in 1928. So you have a long association with the politics of Lagos. But much more importantly, I want to share with you something I learned from my father, Chief J.K. Randall, over 60 years ago. Namely, contrary to what is being bandied about, the politics of Lagos is not a matter of do or die. In fact, we want all of you to do and continue to lead. As a gesture of that, as a confirmation of that, I shall collect the posters of all my contestants and paste them on my wall to show that in Lagos, we are all members of the same family. In fact, I'm going to be especially nice to the governor of Lagos, because last night, his team, Manchester United, were trounced by my own team, Chelsea.
Thank you. Getting into your time. Is that time? Go ahead. It's not time up there.
For me, this is a call to serve. We have been saying the same thing over and over for the last 40 years, but they will not listen. Hence, we must repeat ourselves.
Thank you. Time up.
Thank you.
Chief Tokoya, you have campaigned previously as a governorship aspirant in the state in 1990 under the SDP. You have at various times spoken or criticized various governments at different levels, but 20 years on, you still want to be governor. Why?
Well, like I said earlier on, I'm a servant of Almighty God, the creator of heaven and earth. Everything in heaven, everything on earth, everything below the earth. Like you said, I have been in this race for a long time. I was a governorship aspirant under the Social Democratic Party. And I'm a social critic. And I've been in and out of detention because of my revolutionary views. I am of the opinion that it is still necessary for me to try this time around, because I am convinced I have a divine vision and a divine mission to change this Lagos state. In fact, if you see my posters, our major campaign slogan is Divine Revolution in Lagos State from 2001. A divine revolution is all-encompassing. Like I said earlier on, it will involve fundamental and qualitative changes in the social, economic, and political structures of the Lagos society. And I have that confidence that we will succeed. But if we succeed in Lagos, the revolution will spread throughout Nigeria for a better society for all of us.
All right, thank you. Dr. Dominic, you are a medical practitioner. What governmental experience do you bring to bear? How could you convince Lagosians to vote for you? What governmental experience would you bring to bear?
Well, I am a medical practitioner, as you have said. I've been in practice for 35 years now. And I've been in politics for about 25 years now. I was the foundation financial secretary of the Social Democratic Party, the progressive one of the two parties that were formed by General Babangida. Before then, I was a member of the Unity Party of Nigeria. As a matter of fact, I was a member of the executive committee of Mushin Local Government Council of the Unity Party of Nigeria. And when the SDP was disbanded, we formed the PSP, People's Solidarity Party, which was formed by progressives. Unfortunately, Babangida did not allow it to see the light of the day. But then After the military coup, we were allowed to form parties. Politicians were allowed to form parties, and I fell naturally into the progressive camp of AG. From there, we formed the APN, Action Party of Nigeria. I was the Foundation National Secretary, and Alhaji Jakonde was the Foundation National Chairman. And in January 2007, Alhaji Jakonde handed over to me as National Chairman of the Action Party of Nigeria. So I've been in active politics, and I've been in active political engineering for some 25 years now. So I'm quite capable, and I've worked with capable progressives like Chief Awolowo, like Alhaji Lateef Jakonde, and others. So I'm quite equipped.
Thank you. Time up. Well, I'll let the panelists come in at this time, and ladies first. Ijoma.
This question will be directed to all the candidates on the floor. It deals with infrastructure deficits in Lagos. I would like each of the candidates to tell us how they'll be able to block the infrastructure deficits in Lagos State if they are lucky to be elected governor state come April 2000.
All right. The other three candidates will respond with it. Let's start with Ms. Fashola.
Thank you. The infrastructure deficit of Lagos requires at least $50 billion to resolve over the next 10 years. I would like to explain that we have started renewing the infrastructure of Lagos. We have embarked on the most aggressive infrastructure development ever undertaken in West Africa. We have built roads, 174 new roads, 44 under construction that will be completed in 6 months, another 60 under construction that will be completed by the end of the year. In terms of roads alone, Lagos State has built more roads than the whole Republic of Ghana has built. We have added 13 mini water works of 2 million gallons a day. We have built 5,000 new classrooms. We have built 8 new medical centers, each 100 beds, specially designed for women and children. We're building sports centers for young people. We're building highways. We're building bridges. We're building the Okota Link Bridge, which we've completed. We're building the Lekki Link Bridge, which is under construction. We're embarking on the expansion of the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. We have started the construction of the first light rail project in Lagos to complete the intermodal link. We have completed 2 jetties in Badore and in Ikorodu. We are completing Osborne as we speak, and people are already benefiting from this infrastructure. And clearly, therefore, we are already on our way. This is the experience that we offer. This is the experience that your support and your taxes have built. This is not the time to experiment with those people who want to begin again.
Thank you, Mr. Fashola. Dr. Josomi.
Thank you very much. Earlier on, I made reference to some fundamental philosophies that will guide our government, and one of which is judicious utilization of resources of Lagos State. I want to tell you that the infrastructure deficit in the state is largely due to misapplication of the funds of Lagos State. What must have been spent so far to build all the roads we are talking about would have been used to complete 70% of the roads in Lagos State. I want a situation where we will run a transparent administration, just like it is done in the federal. Every Wednesday, Federal Executive Council will tell you this project is being approved for this much. I think one of the areas by which Lagosians can get maximum benefit from the resources or from their taxes that they pay is for us to have a transparent administration, whereby all jobs must be advertised and competitively bidded. Again, we need to embrace the policy of public procurement practice in Lagos State. Government is not courtesan. Government is an open thing. You go out to seek vote from people openly, and then when you are running government, you must also be open in running government. I am a government person. I'm a public policy expert. Development is not cheap, we all know, but development is a process and it must be transparent. I know that Lagos State has over 16,000 kilometers of roads, states and local government roads, and I challenge the present government. Less than 2,000 kilometers has been done in the last 2 years. And if we are talking about infrastructural deficit, I also know that we have received almost 2 trillion in the last 4 years by way of internally generated revenue, by way of statutory allocation, and also by way of external borrowing.
Thank you, Dr. Dosunmu.
Domestic debt.
Thank you. Mr. Randall.
The tragedy of Lagos is that the figure quoted by the governor with regard to the infrastructural requirements or the deficit is much higher than the figure quoted by the governor. The reason being that apart from the physical infrastructural deficit, you also have a even more appalling moral infrastructural deficit. And we see it every day. And the starting point has to be that we have to address the critical issue. What makes a Lagosian? And to my mind, and I stand to be corrected, item number 1 is uprightness. Item number 2 is your pedigree and your family name. Then number 3, respect for elders. Number 4, I'm not suggesting that they should go home and leave the podium to me. Because I've been around Lagos for 67 years.
Silence, please.
Tolerance for other people's religion is number 4. Number 5 is fear of God and retribution from your ancestors. They're always looking after, watching us. And number 6, humility and sense of humor. In Lagos, we call it ase. And some of these, my contestants, will not even understand the language of language. We have Yoruba, we have ase, we also have eno.
Silence, please.
You can have all the money in the world, but as long as you don't have that basic sense of honesty,
thank you, Mr. Randall.
it's all an exercise in futility.
Well, may I remind our viewers at home that you can also participate in this via wherever you're watching from. You can send your questions to us via the email. It's govdebate@channelstv.com. Or you can follow us or send your questions also on Facebook. That's Governorship Debate on Facebook. You can also do the same on Twitter at gov_debate. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.